I started my college experience at Georgia Tech, a decision that was at least partially based on the ability to watch live ACC basketball games, the creme de la creme of college hoops. Duke, Maryland, Virginia, Wake Forest, not to mention GT itself. But the show? The show was North Carolina, with a stock roster, a legendary coach, and a dude named Vince Carter who didn't believe in gravity. We camped out to claim student tickets to see the Tar Heels play in person, and Carter didn't disappoint. Even his misses were legendary. A missed dunk over Travis Spivey still ended up gracing the cover of Sports Illustrated's March Madness preview issue. This was in the days before YouTube and on-demand video, when you had to either watch the game or catch SportsCenter to bear witness to the aerial acrobatics that Carter exhibited on a nightly basis. Fast forward to 2000, the dunk contest in Oakland. I remember exactly where I was when I watched it, at my buddy Ken's place. Ken was a friend who always hosted main event type parties, Super Bowls, heavyweight fights, and of course, the dunk contest. For 2000, the NBA had enlisted a who's who of the game's elite dunkers: Tracy McGrady, Steve Francis, Jerry Stackhouse, Ricky Davis, Larry Hughes, and of course, Vince. They said stars wouldn't do the dunk contest anymore, and this field proved they were wrong. Then they said the dunks had all been done before. Vince's first dunk proved them wrong again. Words can't describe the reaction to seeing what Carter unleashed. It wasn't just that the dunk was incredible, combining grace and power all at once. It was, how did he think of that? How does it occur in his brain to even attempt something like that? Our living room immediately turned into one of those awful reenactment shows you see on cable. Several grown men pirouetted on the carpet, swung their arms around, trying to recreate in order to fully understand what it was that Vince did. We settled on calling it a 360 windmill against the grain, but that still doesn't do it justice. Over time, we learned to recite each dunk: the 360 windmill, the East Bay Funk off the bounce, the under out of bounds dunk, the elbow hang. The two hands for the free throw line. I don't know of any other dunker whose entire routine I can remember so vividly. Here's the crazy part. McGrady and Francis, they put on routines that would have won the dunk contest in almost any other year. But on that night, they were just like us, reduced to spectators, in awe and mesmerized by the show that Vince Carter put on. Years later, through the serendipity of the NBA, I was part of the group that acquired Vince Carter in Phoenix when the last time he was ever expected to be the leading scorer of a team. He wasn't the same player, but he still had those bursts, those moments when he could still elevate and remind you of all that magic of that night back in Oakland in 2000.